Shalom Yasharallah, peace Israel. First and foremost, I want to send all praises and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Wakar Kadash, Barakatham. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect of Israel. This is your brother Izara. Today I want to talk about enduring persecution. Enduring persecution. Okay. Now, what does the word endure mean? Endure means to undergo or suffer, especially without breaking, making hard, harden, to tolerate. So when you're in this truth, you're going to have to tolerate a lot of things. And I did two other lessons talking about, um, endurance. Okay. Now, enduring persecution. What does persecution mean? I went into the etymology and looked it up. Oppression of for holding of a belief or opinion, damage, affliction, suffering. Okay, and it says, and directly from Latin, I can't pronounce that word, but to follow, proceed against, persecute. Okay, um, let's see, yeah, okay. So, but the first definition really stood out. Oppression for holding of a belief or opinion. And we hold a belief in Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. Okay? Now let's go to Hebrews 12th chapter in the, let me see, Hebrews 12th chapter in the Hebrews 12th chapter in the 6th verse. Okay? All right. For whom the Lord loveth, he chastiseth, scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. If you endure chastising, Yahweh Shah Hamashiach dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chastiseth not? Okay. Now, when you go through go through trials and tribulations, you know, you're going to be tempted. Okay, and then sometimes you may give into that temptation, and you may be chastised for it. Okay, Yahweh Shah may chastise you. He may punish you. You know, but you gotta deal with that. You gotta endure through that. You know what I'm saying? Sirach 2:1 says, when you come to when you roughly paraphrasing, when you come to serve the Lord, prepare that soul for temptation. Prepare that soul for temptation. It's gonna happen. You know, but if the Most High chastises you, that means He's dealing with you. You know, He's dealing with you like a son deals with a son, like a father deals with his son. All right, and that's what we want. I mean, yeah, sometimes the chastisement may be like, oh shit, I gotta go through this, but it's all love, man. It's all love in that, and it's hard to deal with sometimes. I speak for myself first and foremost, okay? But count it joy, count it joy. All right. Let's go to the book of let's see here. Okay, let's go to the book of James, 5 and 10. Okay, let's go to the book of James 5 and 10. It says, my brethren, take, okay, James 5 and 10 through 11. Take, my brethren, the prophets who have spoken in the name of Yahweh Shai for an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience. Behold, we count them happy which endure. Okay, you have heard the patience of Job and seen the end of the Lord, thy power, that the Lord is very pitiful and tender and merciful. So we know what Job went through. I mean, it was like a domino effect with that brother. Everything. It started off with his cattle and sheep, and then it progressed into him losing his family members, and then he had diseases. He had not diseases. I know he had boils and something like that, but it came down to his health. Came some things with his health, and then you have people around him talking negative. You know what I'm saying? But in the end, he endured, man, and he gained more than what he had. All right. Behold, we count them happy which endure. So when we go through when we have to endure through certain things, when the Most High chastises us as a son, we have to, you know, uh, count that joy. You know what I'm saying? Count it joy, because that means the Most High is dealing with us. Okay. For all them niggas out there in 2/3 who are not being chastised but getting what they want, it always seems like they're getting what they want. They're just building a record for themselves for death. See, when we get chastised, the Most High is making us righteous. Okay? All right. Now let's go to James 1 and 12. Okay? Yeah, James 1 and 12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation. For when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised him to them that love him. We want that crown of life. You know, we want that crown of life. We want to live. We don't want to get hit by the nuke. Okay, we don't want to endure, you know, through this as much as we can, as much as the Most High allows us to, and we want that crown of life at the end. We want salvation. Okay, we want salvation. That's why we endure, to receive that salvation. Okay, all right. Let's go to the book of James. Let's go up. We're still in the first chapter of James, but let's go up to the second verse. James first chapter, starting at the second verse. My brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into divers temptations. Okay, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. But let patience have for perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire and wanting nothing. Salakia. So count it joy when you go through temptations. You know, count it joy, because that worketh patience. Okay, that helps you endure. Okay, and I think the lesson, actually, in both of my lessons, I compared enduring to like a diamond. You know how like the coal, the diamond is inside the coal, but when it's pressured, that piece of coal is pressured, and then all of a sudden you crack that coal open, the diamond is in there. That's how we want our endurance level to have that diamond type of, you know, hardness. You know what I'm saying? That's what we want. Okay, that's what we want. Cause when I looked up the word endure in the etymology, it says to make hard. Okay, so you want that compression of endurance. Okay, you want that compression of endurance, because that's gonna work patience. Okay, all right. It says, the temptation is when you endure temptation. It says, knowing this, that the triumph of your faith worketh patience. Okay, but let's go to the top again, starting at James chapter 1, starting at verse 2. My brother, count it all joy when ye fall into divers temptations. For knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. So when you endure, you know what I'm saying? When you endure your suffering, and within that suffering, your patience is tested. Okay? And that's something that you want to develop in this walk, in this truth. There are several things, there several fruits of the spirit that you want to work on. Patience is one of them. Okay? When you endure, you're working on that patience. Whenever you endure, you're going through something. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you are enduring through, that's what's making you stronger. Okay. Example: you may be going through a divorce, where that's testing your faith. You know what I'm saying? Any type of situation you're going through, your faith is going to get tested. But the main point here is when you go through those temptations. You know what I'm saying? It says, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience, but let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. So you want to aim and push to be being perfect. Okay? All right? And let me see here. I already read James 1 and 12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation. Okay? For when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to him that love him. Okay? So blessed are you that endures temptation. Okay? And it also says in verse 1, my brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into divers temptations. So whenever you fall into temptation, you should count it joy. Okay? And then it says, blessed is the man that endure temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life. So when you are going through temptation, you know what I'm saying? When you endure that temptation, you're going to get the crown of life, Lord willing. Okay? Salvation. That's what we want, Akim. We want salvation. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we want to be kings and priests in the kingdom, but first we got to obtain that salvation. You know what I'm saying? We got to get that salvation first. You know what I mean? And Lord willing, we will be the hopefully elect. Lord willing. Lord willing. That's a big Lord willing. You feel me? All right, Akim, Shalom, and all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Wakaka, Dash, Baraka, Thumb. Till next time, Shalom, brothers. Keep enduring, keep fighting, fight temptation, work with that patience. You know what I'm saying? And at the end, Lord willing, we're gonna get that crown of life. That's what we want. Till next time, Shalom.